Alright guys, I know it's been a while, but I just bought this lovely tractor here. Has AC, everything seems to work on it. Except I had the same problem everybody else does with these load control seals, I guess you'd call them. I already popped both of them out, and I replaced the one on the other side. And you can see it's still leaking a little bit, but yeah, got a little bit of oil drainage on the ground. But anyway, so here was my bar. So I can't really see it. Sorry about that. This is the original bar. You can see where it dug in from the bushing, and also on the outside where it's holding up that lower part right there. You can see where it dug in. So that bar was definitely shot on both sides. It did the same thing. It might have been the original bar. I don't know. Here is one of the bushings. The bushings don't really look bad. I can't really. They don't look that bad. The way I got those out, those are a pain. And the way I came up with it is so I got. So start turning a little bit. So I put washers in it. So this is my smaller washer just to take up some of the slack. This one just barely fits in the hole. So I kind of had to hammer it in there. As soon as it fell in, I put this one right behind it for support, slid it down, stuck the bar back in there against it, and I hit it with a sledgehammer. And just tap it out. Don't, it shouldn't take that much force. Just sit there and bump it. It should come right on out. It's not too bad. I didn't buy my parts from John Deere. I bought them from the Ag Source or something like that, Ag Store. Let's see. So this is the bushing. There's your part number. It's called a load control bushing. So that is the bushing part number. They throw the big rubber seal, and then here is your center part that goes actually against the shaft. Let's put it down. There is the part number for that. These, by the way, are a pain to get in. You got 2 O-rings with it, and that's the bushing out. And there's the bushing. So you gotta get everything, or one O-ring and the flat one, into that groove. It's kind of difficult to do. Oh, and since I'm showing you, since my bar was shot, I went ahead and bought a new bar. So there is the oh, well, I had a tough time seeing that one. I'll have to give you the part number on that one in the comments, but that is my replacement bar right there. You can get the part number at least off of it. And now look at that, that was made in 2017. But anyway, so let me get these in, and I can show you how to put the bushing inside. And I'll try to finish this up with showing you on YouTube how to put it together. Give me a little bit. Alright, so putting the O-ring in is no problem, but this big one, this is pretty much how I had to do it. And slide it down till it gets in the groove, and then pop it back out. Let me get it on down and I can show you what it looks like whenever I finally get it in there. Alright, so this stuff's hard to do with one hand, so I got it set up on the tractor. You see it's in the hole, in the groove. And I just force it, flatten it back out. And since the O-ring's in there before, it kind of helps it stay out. And just work it in there until you get it sort of flattened back out. And then I get a bar. I get the old bar. So get the old bar. Yeah, clean it up, of course. Slide your bushing down on it. I'll set it on the ground, so I'll make sure I get a shot on it. Then just slide it over your bar. Working it in there. Try to get the deal in the groove. So you can swap sides till you get it smushed in there. Oh man, this is tough. Alright. So you come down, you get it all the way around, so you got it smashed in there. So it turned back out pretty clear, pretty straight. So, oh, and by the way, you see how it's cut out right there on that side? This side goes onto the inside. These go to the outside. So, just a quick note on that. Alright, so how you put it in the hole, let me slide you on up. You sort of can see the hole there. So you can put it in. Well, first off, let's clean it up. Let's work that out. So let's clean that up. Outside clean. Make sure transfer goes in. So you get it in there. Well, alright, so what I do is to start off, just get a regular small hammer, put it in the hole, sit there and tap till you get it to start. You gotta work it around a little bit. Make sure it still goes in flat. Don't take much force to get it to go in, just barely bump it. Just want it to walk a little bit. So bump it on in. Just want to go in crooked. Since I got it started, I'll go to the mini sledge here, and as you can tell, it's a little crooked. And you can tell whenever it starts going in again. It is off a little bit on that side. Alright, you get the point. Let me pause it and get this on in there. Alright, so you can see I got it in there. It's getting flush. You gotta make sure you got it flush. Just took me about 30 minutes of tapping it in. So as you can see, both of them are flush. Get them in there. They're really hard, so I mean, just as long as you're not just, you know, waylaying it or whatever, if you're just tapping it in, it'll go right in. Don't need to use too much force. So next step, I got all this stuff on my trailer. These seals were in there. Look at that, they're already starting to rust. Sorry about that. They're starting to rust already. But what I've read is these go in there and the O-ring goes behind it. So of course they gotta be cleaned, you know, but you can see where it rubs against the bushing. But also I'm wondering about if I need to replace, you see the bushing in there. Maybe that's good enough. Of course I'm gonna clean all this stuff up and before I proceed. So let me actually clean some stuff up and I can show you the next step of putting it together. Alright, while I'm cleaning this up, let's see if I can get it to focus. I noticed that this bushing, if it will focus, is not all the way in. Anyway, so I got to hammer that in. Let me see if I can get this thing, get this camera set up somehow. It's not gonna let me, is it? So anyway, for this I hammered it in some already, but it still needs a little bit more. I have a piece of brass and my little mini sledge, and I'm going to try to tap it on in. It was coming out even further. I've already tapped it a little bit, but I gotta tap it on in a little bit further. Yeah, you can feel behind it where it's got a gap, so it's gonna have to go a little bit more than flush. As you can see on this one, let's see if I can get the camera to focus. You can sort of see it pressed inside some. So that's what I got to do to this side as well. So let me proceed. I'll be back with you. Alright, so I'm gonna start on this side, putting the bar in. If you notice though, can't get it to focus. But you notice how that one's kind of rounded, and this one is not. I wish I could get the thing to focus. Anyway, this one's got a sharp corner to it, so you definitely want to start with the rounded one so you don't mess your seals up. I put some hydraulic oil on this so it's good and slick, and we're going to start with this side. I did clean the shims up. Mine, I said some of them actually have O-rings, like you'd stick this O-ring in the side in between it. Mine does not have room for that, so I'm just gonna go back with a shim. And well, you can correct me in the comments if that's wrong, but I'm just gonna put the shim in between and slide it through, and then put the other shim in. So you can feel it go into the seals because it's going to be really tight, sure enough, with a new bar. So let's see if we can get this and how hard it's going to be. Let's see, we'll try to come up from the bottom. Good Lord. There it is. Let's see, so now I gotta wiggle. There it is. Come on, baby. This might be a little harder than I thought it was. Well, when you get it, you get it, I guess. So let's go to the other side and push it until it hits the other. There it is. Let's go give it a look on the other side. Let's see where we are. So we are still not there. We're coming up on it. So let me ease a little bit more into it. Oh man. There we go. Alright, so I just hit the seal. That feels like the seal. Let's see. Yes, I just hit the seal on that side. So I need to tap it just a little bit. I'm going to use the back end of my mini sledge. Come on through that seal. Okay. I need to put the other shim in. Let's see where you are. Right there at it. So I'm going to put the other shim in. We can swap sides. Let's see. So I'm going to work the shaft on one side and put the shim in. So let me get down here and let's see if I can get this in. It's pretty tight on the bottom. Let's see if we can get to the top. No, I gotta go through the bottom. Yes. Let's see here. This might be a little more complicated. Let me give it a little bit of a pump on my jack. So I can raise it up just a tad. Alright, so where we at? Alright, I think we got it a little more slack now, so I think I can get this in. No. Yeah, I definitely don't think I could get O-rings in here because this thing is tight. There it goes. Get it in there. Okay, alright. Alright, let's tap the shaft. See if we can get it going through. Alright, so we hit the bottom. Let's see. Have to pick it up just a little bit. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Just got it to go through. And I got my you stopped. What happened? Oh. Alright. Do a little wiggling here. Just a little wiggling. Let's see if we can get this thing to come on up. Oh man. Whew. Gotta bump it back the other way just a little bit. Get it flush. Alright, so I ended up with the bar right there. It's held up. And, oh, well, we can go a little bit the other way, can't we? Huh, alright. So you're gonna have to tap it in just a little bit. And I'll get it flushed up right quick. And I can show you what we got. Alright, I just noticed that this video is starting to drag along a lot. So this is the cap that goes on this. You fill this full of grease, slide this cap on there, and then there's a C-clip or clip that goes in and holds everything together. The arms are fairly easy to put on. You just reverse right here. You can figure that out pretty easy. Then you got the right here for your upper. All that goes together fairly easy. But the main reason for this video was to show you the the control shaft or whatever. And we can go back over the load control. That's what it is, the load control shaft. And go back over what all we have here: the bushing, the clip, and actually, honestly, if you feel like it, you probably could just replace the seals or the washer instead of changing out that bushing. I'm not gonna say that's the best, but I believe honestly you could get that and do that. And here's the shaft. Now that is a 4630. So it's a heavier tractor, so it might not work for every application, but maybe that will give you a reference to go off of. So, alright, thank you for watching. I guess our next video, I bought a quick hitch for this tractor, so we will be putting that back together. Alright, thanks again. Next time, bye.